there is a site called whois.com. Whois.com. So for example, whois.com, identity for everyone. If you have a website, and let's say to be able to come online and broaden your reach to more customers, you perhaps might think about having a website as a business. And then we have what we call hosting and domain. Okay, so you can buy hosting, and hosting is where you keep every information about whatever you want to keep online at. So sometimes you have to buy it from a hosting company. That's a company that have created a space where you can purchase, and then you can be able to store all your files from everything that you want people to know about your business, everything you've typed about your business, things that you want to reach your customers, the knowledge, everything about. Let's say if you've posted products on your site, that information, where you store it, all those files, is called the hosting. And then we have a unique name or URL, like whois.com in this sense is a URL. So we have a URL that identifies your business. So for example, if your business name is Psycho, okay, so Psycho Limited. So your URL or your company name online, if you want to buy a website, will be like psycholimited.com, psycholimited.org, psycholimited.net. So you can see it in this sense: .xyz, .top, .org, and so many. Okay, so it depends. So let's say you want to buy a hosting, and you can buy. Okay, and before I continue, in the description to this video, you would see how to buy hosting and domain. Some links over there. You can buy your hosting and domain by clicking on those links. You can just copy it to your browser and buy. So let's say a website like Amazon. Okay, if you want to find who registered Amazon, whois.com will bring out the information about who registered Amazon. So for example, amazon.com. So whois, you just searching whois, who registered Amazon. So amazon.com, whois, and then you'll be able to see the one that registered Amazon. So a registrar is the one that sold the hosting for Amazon. Okay, so the name of the company is MacMonitor Incorporated. Now the hosting that they bought will expire in 2024, and they bought it first in 1994 and they updated it in 2019. So everything about this domain is available for rich. Anyone that knows this site can come and just get this information. Now the registrant is the person that bought the hosting from the hosting company. So the name of the registrant is Amazon Legal Department. Okay, Hostmaster, Amazon Legal Department. So their legal department bought this hosting. The organization name is Amazon Technologies Incorporated. The street is this, the city is this, the state is this, the postal code of the corporation of Amazon, the country where Amazon is located is US, their phone number, fax, email, everything is available here. Okay, so now let's try it with another company. So let's try like Microsoft.com. So let's try it with Microsoft. Let's search who bought the domain and hosting. Okay, so now the registrar, the one that sold the hosting for Microsoft to be able to host their files online, is MacMonitor Incorporated. Okay, so it's an institution. Now the registrant is the one that registered Microsoft. So the organization Microsoft, one way, okay, their street is one way, one Microsoft way. This is where it's located. This is their postal address. This is their contacts. This is their country. This is their postal address, and every information about this. So you as well, if you would want to buy a website hosting, or you would want to do any online transaction, which sometimes you don't trust the sites. For example, sites that will tell you to sign up for staffs, or maybe if you are signing up for sites like ClickBank, I think PayPal, and the others. Okay, you would sometimes not want to use your full details. Sometimes this PayPal may also not accept other countries. It's not every country that has access to PayPal, ClickBank, and maybe let's say Digistore. Okay, so if you are in such a country and you would want to use a country that PayPal has what access, or you have access to PayPal, some countries like US, Canada, and the rest, UK, etc., they have access to PayPal, Digistore, and then ClickBank and the rest. So if you would want to register with those identity, or let's say you want to use a country like Australia, even an African country that uses PayPal, then you would want to have maybe you want to get exact details to be able to register. So then you would also not have to use your real details, because if you use your name, then you also need what maybe the zip code of that country. You need the telephone number of that country. Sometimes even you need some other details, the addresses, and you would want it to be exactly like if you chose America, an American address exactly. So in that sense, and to be safe, not to provide your details open like this. For example, when you are buying a web hosting, okay, from a company like Dreamhost. So the link of Dreamhost is in the description to this video. Okay, and let's say you want to buy hosting, so you come to their site, you come to hosting. Let's say you want VPS hosting, and then you start buying. They'll tell you to what buy. So maybe start. So this is $10 per month. So you buy VPS hosting. Okay. So when you click on this, you choose your package. So there are package for basic, small website, new and small website, small business, resource. So let's say you chose small business or small website or enterprise, whichever. So you click on the package, sign up now, and then let's say you choose a domain name. Okay, so you choose a domain name, for example, so pick a plan, you choose a domain name. Okay, so let's say you register a domain. So maybe you want, this is something.com. Okay, so for example, your company name is maybe IT specialist Kenya, for example, Kenya. So you want to make it IT specialist Kenya.com. So you just search if it is available. Okay, so there are suggestions. Okay, so this exquisitedesigns.com. Okay, so this one is there. So let's say we want to buy exquisitedesigns.online. Okay, so you add for this. Okay, now they are telling you to pay with what? PayPal or credit card. Okay, so if you want to use your credit card details, so name on credit card, your card number. If you want to buy using Dreamhost, you can click in the link in the description. So you type all these details over here. Okay, but you do not want to use your real details, your real credit card details and everything. Maybe you want to use your real credit card, but sometimes you want to just be safe. Okay, so maybe you can just register a PayPal, okay, using a site that I'm going to explain further. Okay, so you can register with that and then put the money on that account and use it to buy this instead of using your real credit card details. So there's a site called fake name generator.com, and when you go to this site, you would be able to what? Hide your identity. So you see that you can generate a random gender, but you can decide to sign in. If you sign in, you'll be able to, it said logged in users can view full social security numbers and save their fake names to use later. Okay, so as we've come here, you can decide to what? Generate. So let's say you are a female or a male. Let's say a female, and you are buying you want an American what identity. What identity? If you want an Australian identity, you have it. If you want Arabic, you want a Chinese identity, you can have it. So any identity. So let's say you want an American identity, okay, and you can just generate it. So when you generate it, so you see the name. So you can use these details. The name is what? Shannon N. Southwick. This is a location, her street. This is the number. This is her mother's name. That's maiden name. So some sites will ask all this. So let's say you are opening an account, signing up and things. You can decide to use these details instead of using your real details. So email address has been generated for you, how the age and everything. Okay. So you can just go through, you can just practice, you can just go on these sites and check how it works. So you see that MasterCard expires at this CVC2. So if you want any identity like this, even your tracking numbers, Western, you don't want people to even know any of this information. You don't want people to know your tracking numbers. You can use this fake name generator. You don't want people to know your fiscal characteristics. You can use this fake name generator. If you don't want people to know your employment details, you can use this fake name generator. If you don't want anyone to know about your finance details, your online details, your birthday details, everything, so you can just sign in. If you sign in here, you'll be able to have advanced access, okay, for free. So you can just sign in and then you can just continue. Okay, so you can just sign in or you can just sign up. Okay, so this is all that I have for you. If you want to open a website, you want to buy, let's say you are a website designer and then you don't want to put your details out there so that it will not be available on a site like whois.com, okay, then you can use this fake name generator to hide your identity so that people will not be able to have access to you. Okay, so when you come to name generator, fake name generator, you can generate as much as possible. You can generate for a male, different countries. If a person is from Australia, you want the name set to be Australia, and maybe even the country to be Germany, whatever it is, it will generate for you. And then if you don't know what somebody that is telling you to do a website is going to use the website for instance, you don't know the mode of business, whether it's for fraud or for whatever, and you are designing that website, you don't have to use your real name to buy a domain name from a site like Dreamhost, okay, or maybe Namecheap or Bluehost or whatever it is, or even Hostinger. You don't just have to use your name because it might not maybe be safe. So if you don't, the person is not trying to provide the details, you don't use your name. You can just come to fake generator and generate a fake name and use it to buy the website. You can use it to register for PayPal, etc. Transfer money in the PayPal and use it to buy the domain, okay, like it's shown over here. Okay, and you can even use this credit card to even open the credit card details over here, to even open a site, okay, a site, maybe a fintech site, and every time you can transfer money on it. And when you transfer money on that account from a genuine card, you can just use it to buy your domain instead, to be able to hide your identity. So you can use this to hide your identity when you want freebies. You see, you go to some sites that they will tell you that maybe sign up 30 days free, the 30 days free bonus. So let's say, for example, Canva is a site that does that. And sometimes you want free pictures, but some of them are paid. They will tell you that you can try it for 30 days for free. I think ClickFunnels to have a 30 days freebie. So maybe you don't want to use your real details or a real email address, but you want to sign up. You can use all these details for them. You can use all this. Sometimes they'll tell you to provide your Visa account, Visa card, everything. You can use this fake name generator to sign up for the freebie. And when it's over, maybe you just need it, and it's over. Okay, so see you in my next masterclass. And if you have any questions, down below in the description to this video, I'll put down my email, the email address for this channel. You can channel anything that you would not understand over there, and I'll answer you. And then see you in my next masterclass. Bye.